How y'all doing, guys? It's Al York Sports from the Al York Sports Show. We gonna bring y'all the mega fight of the decade. I'm not even gonna say the century. My boys already answered that on the rough draft of the decade in Allegiant Stadium in Nevada, Las Vegas on September 13th. Super middleweight. The fight's basically going to be Saul Alvarez, a.k.a. Canelo, versus Terrence Crawford, a.k.a. Bud. Canelo 63, 2-2, 39 knockouts. Bud 41-0, 31 knockouts, taking his undefeated and risking it all for this huge mega fight. Now I'm going to turn over here to my man Brooklyn first. We got Brooklyn and the R in the building. Let me make sure I get these experts out the way. These are my experts. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. These guys are qualified. That's why they're on the show right now. So Brooklyn, I'm going to lean to you real quick. Okay. You know this fight is for all the marbles. IBF, WBO, WBC. Give me something. Matter of fact, before I ask you to give me something, would you agree this is a fight of a decade kind of fight? And will it end up similar to that saying?
As far as the excitement, I think this would be a pretty exciting fight. Bud is a nice fighter to watch. Canelo, when he wants to turn it on, he can give you a pretty good, exciting fight to watch. So yeah, I believe so, and I think that this is probably based on the name value and how much money this fight is bringing in as far as revenue.
Right.
I believe that this is, yes, the fight of the decade.
Fight of the decade?
Yes.
Oh, basically the same question, huh?
You know, I think this is an interesting fight. You know what I mean? This is a Bud Crawford, the smaller guy, his lower weight division, daring to be great. Can he, can he defeat the face of boxing? You know, so yeah, I like the matchup. Yeah.
Okay.
Fight
so
of the
does it
decade,
qualify as the fight of the decade?
Absolutely,
right?
It's the best fight this decade, the best matchup thus far this decade.
Okay, now to add on, is this fight taking place in your minds at the right time? Is this the perfect timing for this fight, or you would have preferred later on or sooner? Or
these are probably the two biggest names in the sport right now. So the only reason this is fighting is because they have that much hype. So I do think it's at the peak of their careers. So I think, yeah, this is probably the best time for this matchup to happen.
Facts. Same question, bro.
Well, I would have liked to see it better in a way, not necessarily the timing, but like, say if Crawford worked his way up 160 and then 168, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I didn't really like the fact that Crawford can just skip the line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But break that down to us, because I know what you mean. You know what you mean by skip the line, bro.
Well, there are guys that are more deserving of a shot.
Like who?
Like David Benavidez or M. Billy. I think those two guys in particular, for sure, are more deserving at a title shot at 168 than Crawford, who's been fighting in smaller weight classes, and he hasn't even fought at 160, let alone 168.
So that means more to you that there was more deserving fighters than just making this fight happen right now, the two biggest names?
Yes. But I kind of get it, because at the same time, I don't think Canelo would make as much, especially in particular M. Billy. I don't think he'd make as much money fighting M. Billy. But if he fought David Benavidez, let's say around Cinco de Mayo, because he always fights on Cinco de Mayo,
Facts.
Two Mexican fighters fighting on Cinco de Mayo, I think that'd be a big money fight as well.
Mexican monster, huh?
Yeah.
Let me be devil's advocate though. If Bud tries to climb the ladder at 168 pounds, doesn't he eventually lose before he gets the Canelo fight?
Maybe not. So I mean, Bud is an excellent fighter, so it's a possibility, yes, but maybe not. And losses isn't necessarily the worst thing, especially when you have as many fights as Crawford has had.
Right.
So I don't think necessarily. It also depends on how he loses. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, a style loss. Like,
yeah.
Not that he got killed like Spence.
Yeah.
That'll hurt you.
Yeah.
But if you lose, let's say, by a couple points, couple rounds,
yeah,
it could have went your way.
Yeah, and sometimes the judges don't always necessarily
get it right.
Like when Canelo fought Floyd, one of the judges ruled it a draw, which is really stupid to me.
That's comical.
Yeah.
I seen that fight. I was going for Saul, but he got murdered in my book, man.
Yeah, he did.
In every which way possible.
Yeah.
Floyd took him to school. Okay, so we're gonna stay with you. We all know that Canelo got this great resume, right? But what impresses you in his resume like most to Brooklyn?
I'd say probably the fact that he is at 168. He's 10-0 at 168. He's been at 168 for about 3-4 years.
Right.
And he's undisputed at 168. He's the only guy that's been undisputed at 168 in the 4-belt era.
So that's the highlight of his resume in your eyes, correct?
Yeah, I'd say so. Also winning titles in 4 different weight classes as well.
Okay,
I gotta give
that
him
right
credit
there
for
makes
that.
sense.
Wait. Think about though. He's the only one to unify all those belts. And we had Bernard Hopkins fought at Bernard Hopkins skipped 68. Andre Ward fought at 68. Roy Jones fought at 68.
Yeah.
And none of them cleaned it out like he did. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think that
true.
says something.
That's dope. That's dope.
Facts.
Now I'm gonna come with you with the same question on Terrence Crawford. The resume that he got, I'm pretty sure you know all about it. Give us some interesting factors on his resume, all that makes the most sense to the all.
Yo, he is undisputed the best finisher in the sport of boxing, right? He was undisputed at 135, undisputed at 140, and he was lineal champion at 147. Did he win a belt at 54? Yeah, he won a belt at 54, so he's a 4-division world champion.
Yeah.
Vying for his 5th against Canelo. He's not scared, like Canelo too. That's why I give props to both guys because neither of those guys are scared of anybody.
Facts.
Yeah,
True champions.
True champions. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stick right with you all since I'm right here with you. Name me 3 of the biggest wins in your book coming out of Terrence Crawford's, fights.
Out of Bud's career, man. So definitely, I gotta say Sean Porter, right? Legit welterweight.
I seen that.
Beat
I like
him.
that, yeah.
Stopped him actually. I'm not sure why Sean Porter's pop stopped the fight, but he stopped the fight.
Yeah, he had more in his tank, but you know what I mean?
I
He
think
would've-
so.
they said that they seen the killing going about to happen.
Right. Probably his biggest win against Errol Spence. That's number
like
2. Yep. Both.
Crushed him.
And then it's hard to find the next big name. Probably the 3rd biggest name on his resume is probably Amir Khan, but I wouldn't say that's like his biggest fight. He beat Postel for Victor Postel for the lineal or for the undisputed lightweight title.
Right.
That was in his hometown of Omaha, so I probably would put that up there with him
Got you.
as far as his biggest wins.
So those would be all 3 biggest wins, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pivot back to you. Same question, Canelo. So many great fights. This is gonna be difficult, but I need 3 though, bro.
Okay, well, I'd say Caleb Plant because that was the one that made him undisputed at 168.
Break it down, bro.
I'd say Triple G, the first time he beat Triple G, not the second time, because the second time he fought Triple G was pretty much over the hill. And a third one, I'd probably go with Kovalev, because that made him champion at 175. He became a 4-division champion
Got
at
you.
that time.
Got you.
Yeah. Hey, Kovalev doesn't get his respect, man. There was a time, man, he was like the boogeyman at 175, man.
Yes,
Put
yes.
Bernard Hopkins to retirement. Yeah, he
Yes.
was a killer, man,
Yes.
before Dre and then Canelo beat him. But yeah.
Now this is gonna be a little different because I'm gonna X him out on this one because Bud don't got no losses, so this is why I can't add you on this. On
Canelo has no losses either.
Huh?
Canelo has no losses either. Oh, no, my bad. Yes,
got
he
two.
does.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
two.
Two losses.
Yeah, he got
Okay.
two.
So
Yeah.
I thought you was tricking me.
My bad. Yeah.
On the 2 losses, not the draws. Explain to the peoples what you seen in those 2 losses, because I know you an X and O guy. This is why I like asking you. You also too, but unfortunately your man ain't got no losses. Now if you want to hop into this, it's fine. You can go into this too on the 2 losses. But I'm gonna start with you. Then I'll go to you. I'm gonna start with you. What you took out those 2 losses that Canelo got? I mean, did you appreciate his efforts? Was it a fight that he could have won? I know one of them for sure he could have won. Maybe both. Explain to us though what you took out of those 2 losses, brother.
Well, let's start with Floyd, obviously, because that was his first loss. For one, I want to debunk when people say, well, Canelo wasn't in his prime when he fought Floyd, because it's pretty stupid, because Canelo and Floyd basically had the same amount of fights, and he was 23 at the time and Canelo.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
Canelo's been a professional fighter since he was 15.
Yeah. I don't like Floyd like that, but I'm not buying
Yeah.
that.
And Canelo was the number 1 fighter at the time at 154. The
yeah,
number 1
and-
fighter.
Yeah,
The number
and
1.
Floyd was coming up from 147 to he couldn't even really make the 154. I think Floyd weighed like 152 when the time happened of the fight. And Floyd just he just straight up outclassed the guy.
Oh,
You know
man,
what I'm
took him
saying?
to school, baby.
Yeah, he outclassed him. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There's only 2 fights in Floyd's career that I picked against Floyd. One of them is Canelo, and the other one is Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I believe that one, but I didn't think you would do the Canelo one.
Yeah, because like I said, he was younger and bigger, and Floyd was kind of. I thought he was biting off more than he could chew.
I thought
jumping
you'd have
up.
went with the straight skill set, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you admired Floyd's skill set, so that's why I thought you would have
yeah.
ran with
So I mean, Floyd, he just knew when to punch. His punching accuracy was great. His defense was
Dog,
impeccable.
he fought a perfect fight. You
Yeah.
used the word perfect on the rough draft. He fought a perfect. I seen that fight. I was so mad at Saul because I had Saul. Yo, dog, Floyd annihilated this cat,
Yeah,
bro. Kind
yeah.
of like the Bud Spence fight,
Yeah.
but I don't think he damaged him like that as far as
Yeah.
the look.
He
You know,
stayed in the
I heard
pocket.
I heard
He sat in the pocket
Yeah.
against him, man.
Yeah,
Made-
I mean,
I was very impressed with him.
Yeah,
that
and
night.
Floyd was against the ropes. I mean, that's another thing too. People say Floyd runs, but the guy will literally put himself against the ropes.
No,
and,
he-
and
yeah.
like come at me. You know what I'm saying? And then he shows you why like you shouldn't come at him.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? There was really nothing Canelo could do, and at the time he wasn't as good of a defensive fighter as he was back then. So as he is now, I should say.
Right.
And Floyd's fight against Canelo, it's like almost like that was like, wow, like this made Canelo improve right here
I did.
defensively. Yeah.
He schooled him so much. I thought, okay, in basketball and in football, I know it's a different sport, but when a team is like kind of undefeated, coaches like a loss because it's like a wake-up call for the team.
Yes.
I don't do boxing like y'all, and I'm not saying it was a good thing that Canelo got his ass whipped the way he did, but I knew that was going to make him better, though.
Right.
Because I know Canelo's a hard worker. I know he was going to go to the drawing board,
Right.
and he was going to learn from this ass whipping as he did, like he did.
Right.
So you would agree with me on that this was like kind of good for him, even though
Yes.
it went bad for him that night?
Absolutely.
How about you, All? You agree with that? No.
Say it again.
Was it a good thing that it's never a good thing when you lose,
Uh-huh.
but Canelo losing that fight, I think made him a better boxer, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
After that.
When you fight against someone that's better than you, I think you do come out the better fighter. You know what I mean? But you know what I think people forget about, like when I look at those 2 losses what Canelo has to Floyd and to Bivol, like he's fearless, bro. You fight anybody.
Yeah,
Yo, before he lost to Bivol, like there was talks of him even jumping up to cruiserweight. You know what I mean? And like bro, he doesn't care about losing. He'll fight anybody.
You ain't
And
lying about that.
I got so much respect for Canelo. I don't think he gets the love that he deserves, bro. He should be talked about amongst like the all-time
facts.
Mexican greats.
I wouldn't even say Mexican. I'll say a boxer in general.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
But if we go like all-time great Mexican fighters, it's gonna be Chavez and Sanchez.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Salvador Sanchez to me is the greatest Mexican boxer. of
Hey,
all
bro, I
time.
love that you said that, bro, because I agree with you 100%, bro. Yeah.
See, this is what I mean about
Salvador
one-on-one.
Sanchez.
These guys are one-on-one when it comes to this great stuff.
Yo,
Great boxing.
Al, you ever watch Salvador Sanchez, man? You need to watch it.
I haven't watched them, but
There's-
I will be definitely in some YouTube.
Yeah,
tonight.
watch Salvador
Tonight,
Sanchez
I'm gonna
versus
Nelson.
Wilfredo Gomez.
Oh,
see
Gomez. That was in Vegas too, by the way.
Text me that.
Okay.
So I can make sure I lock in. But let me get them real quick. The second loss, I'm going to ask you the same. So the second loss.
Well, with his second loss, see, a thing that I see with Canelo, he has a bad habit of putting all of his weight on his front foot. He like leans in a lot, and Bivol exposed that to him. So when
And explain to us what weight class that was.
that was at 175.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Canelo
Light heavyweight.
He's only had 2 fights at 175, Bivol and Kovalev, and when
Did
he
he
fought,
bite more than he could chew on that fight with Bivol? Like he did kind of with Floyd?
he kind of, I'd say he underestimated Bivol a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo has a bad habit of he leans in like on his front foot a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to start
And
looking at that.
Yeah. I watch fights in
bringing that up. Yeah, I
I
gotta
watch
start paying
fights in
mind to that.
slow motion. So I know a lot of guys good and bad habits.
Got you.
So Canelo, he leans in on his front foot very often, and when he does that, he has his hands up here. He's not really looking. He's kind of blocking his vision. And Bivol, he used disengagement tactics, something that I recommend Crawford use. and he'd just jab, and then he'd jab, and then move out of the way, and then come with a right hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't. It wasn't working as far as in the case of knocking Canelo out, because Canelo has a chin, but he was outpointing him.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So Bivol was using great disengagement tactics against Canelo, using that bad habit that he has of putting the weight on his front foot in too much. And also, I wouldn't say his head movement more so than ever. In those two losses in particular, his head movement wasn't so good, especially against the one against Floyd. His head was just like a statue, just staying there.
Yeah,
And
that, definitely
Floyd,
that one.
Yeah, so it just made it so easy for Floyd to hit him. And with Bivol, he just used great disengagement tactics against Canelo.
And you agree with the Bivol decision, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Basically, you ain't got to go back to back, but what you thought of the two losses, any which way you want to take them?
Yeah, I mean, Canelo lost to Bivol, bro. He lost. It was a chess match. You know what I mean? And yeah, Bivol fought a tactical fight. He outclassed him. Did he bite off more than he can chew? Canelo had he had a light heavyweight title. So I think he's one of the champs there, and I think he belonged in that. Now I think he belonged in that fight. And I think if they fought again, I do think Canelo could beat him. I think Canelo could beat Bivol.
Oh, that's ill. So back to the Floyd thing, right? What did you take out from that Floyd fight? Because he basically said, he got the ass whipping, was going to make him better. What else you want to add on to that Floyd fight?
Fearless. He was fearless. Canelo at the time was the #1 junior middleweight.
Right.
He was the #1 junior middleweight. Floyd was going up in weight. He could have ducked Floyd. Now, of course, he's not, because Floyd is the big money maker in the division, or in the sport, right? So he wasn't going to duck him. But if Canelo and his handlers were, scared, they could have been like, "Nah, we're not going to fight Floyd right now."
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? We'll fight some mandatory contenders. Let Floyd fight someone else. But now he dared to be great, and he fought the greatest.
Oh, what was the purses on that fight? I forgot.
I don't know, but we're definitely talking like, tens of millions.
Okay,
Yeah.
did you know the exact purses on that fight?
I don't know. No,
Okay, I just wanted to know. I'm just curious. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys like kind of an awkward question, but it's necessary. Name me something that if it was to take place in this fight that would surprise the shit out of you. I mean, really have you like scratching your head like, this the last thing I expected. I'm gonna start with you.
Well, for me personally, I'd say if Crawford knocked Canelo out, because it's really crazy to me when somebody says Crawford's gonna knock Canelo out. I mean, I'm not saying Crawford doesn't have power, but Canelo has a chin. I mean, Triple G is probably the hardest hitter he ever fought, and if Triple G couldn't put him, I mean, he didn't even like really move the guy's head when he landed punches on him. So I mean, if Triple G couldn't knock Canelo out, then how is Crawford going to do it? I really doubt that.
I know, but
Crawford. Go ahead.
Play devil's advocate to that. If he doesn't move his head like he did with Floyd, Crawford's power is a little different than Floyd, dog.
The greatest, and he's the best finisher in the sport right now. Best finisher.
That's why I was surprised that he's making
No, but
that.
it would be surprising. It would be
It
surprising.
wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be shocked to hell, though.
Yeah, but Canelo
If he
hasn't
doesn't
even
move, I can see that happening, to be quite frank.
Canelo hasn't even been dropped. Let
No, I
alone
get that picture.
knocked out. So
But he fight a different animal, fam.
But even that's his opinion. That'd be the most shocking thing that could happen.
Right. Okay.
I like to see that happen.
I'm gonna go to you. I'm gonna put my own little 2 cents in. I'm gonna go to you now.
I can't wait to hear what Al's gonna say. But I would be shocked if Canelo wins the first 4 rounds. He's a notorious slow starter.
yeah,
If
absolutely.
Canelo comes out the gates and wins the first 4 rounds, I would be surprised.
Gotcha.
I'm expecting when the 5th round starts, he's gonna be at a deficit. So if Canelo wins the first 4 rounds, I'd be like, oh shit.
So you think
Canelo's
he's
a-
chasing?
He's a notorious slow starter, right?
Yeah,
He loses those early rounds typically.
And is Bud a notorious fast starter?
I don't think he's necessarily slow or fast. There had been times, like the Porter fight comes to mind, where he went off on a slow start, and when he got into the championship round, his corner was telling him like, you're down in this fight. I think most cards though had him up, but he did start that fight slow.
Okay.
But yeah, Canelo's a notorious slow starter.
Okay, mine's gonna be a little different. And what would surprise me would be if this fight was over in 2 rounds. That's basically it. I mean, I personally think they're gonna fill each other out for the first 3-4 rounds. I could be wrong. This is why I got you guys here to kind of educate me a little more on this. But I just think that they're going to be just filling each other out early. That's why if it ended in 2 rounds, I'll be, what the fuck?
You'd be surprised if Canelo knocked out Bud Crawford? The size difference.
I mean, on some stoppage shit, I mean, not just put him on the
No,
canvas.
he's saying early. He means that's what he means.
Well, I mean,
first 2 rounds.
the
I'm saying, not
size
a
difference
surprise.
tells me, like, yo, bro, Canelo was, a light heavyweight champion.
Right.
what I mean?
So that wouldn't surprise
Nah, I
you?
wouldn't, because, bro, Spence is jumping up like 3 weight classes, technically. I know he's coming up from 54. But he's
Crawford.
true. Yeah, Crawford, but he's truly a 47-pounder.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
because
You know what I
he only
mean?
had one fight at 154.
54. You know what I mean? So, like, he's
Yeah.
really going up 3, dog. Going up 1 is a big deal.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's going up 3. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I think he's trying to make a point that he's the greatest, man, or wants to be the greatest. Like,
He-
and if he accomplishes this, that's another question I got for y'all. Does he go right almost to the top with it, man?
Of
There's
all
a, there's a
time?
lot of guys that I'd put ahead of Crawford all time.
Right. I
But
wouldn't
if
say-
but what if he
How
does this
about
though?
top
And
5,
and
top
he
3? Does
and
he
he
clip that?
wait,
I
and
don't
it depends
think
how
so.
he wins too.
I don't
Got
think-
you.
He-
Style win.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like if he clears fucking Canelo, knocks him out even, dog, I think he does belong in the GOAT conversations.
I got him. I mean, like I said, I'm not like y'all, but I got him in my little GOAT conversation. If he clears Canelo, bro, and like moving up them 3 weight classes, I mean,
But he has to do it like Bud style, like knockout, stoppage.
yeah, some Spence shit, right?
He'll be lineal
Yeah,
champion,
yeah.
168
Ain't gonna happen.
pounds.
But Canelo ain't
Canelo
Spence.
ain't having that
Yeah,
shit.
Canelo ain't
Nah.
Spence.
Okay, before I get into like,
But if he did though, we're saying, is he in the GOAT conversation?
I don't. There's a lot of guys I'd put ahead of Crawford.
Would he jump? Let's say this though, would he jump Floyd Mayweather in your eyes?
No, absolutely not.
Man,
how about you?
you're not gonna find a bigger Floyd fan than me.
I'm gonna
if-
say yeah.
Listen, if he beats Canelo, knocks him out, yeah, bro, he goes out. Because Floyd never did it. I always wanted Floyd to fight Triple G because I think he could beat Triple G.
Well, Triple G is too big for Floyd.
But I'm just saying though, Triple G was a 60-pounder.
yeah.
He's going up to Bud's going up 168 to fight Canelo.
Hmm.
I mean, and if he knocked him out, yeah,
I think
dog,
that's amazing,
easy,
dog. That
yeah,
is-
easy. We're talking.
You ain't saying it now. I think if that took place, I think that.
No, but I'm glad he's disagreeing though.
No, I
He
think
should
that'll shift
disagree.
his thoughts for some though. I can see him coming back. You know what?
It would be weird though.
Yeah, I got him up there now, Al. I got him up there, but you have to see it. You just don't see it. That's what it is.
I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I mean,
Right. You don't see it. Okay, now this.
But can he win?
It's a possibility he can outpoint him, but
We're
knocking
gonna
him
get there.
out.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Now I'm gonna ask y'all 2 professionals real quick.
That's right.
How do you
Professionals.
think the fight starts? You gonna like what I basically said about they're gonna fill each other out early, or you thinking some Hagler Hearn shit where they trying to kill each other out the gate?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as far as like a Hagler Hearns type fight. Definitely not. And as we know, like as far as how Canelo starts, he's like the Joe Frazier of this era because Joe Frazier was a notorious slow starter as well. So I think Crawford he's going to have to like try to get some points early. You know what I'm saying? Crawford doesn't necessarily start fights slow or fast, but this
He
one
need that early lead.
yeah, he's gonna have to get that
Because
early
Canelo
lead.
know to turn that shit up
Yeah.
like 4th, 6th round and up, right?
Exactly. So I think that it's gonna start off with Crawford. He should be trying to get as much points. He should try to get a 2 or 3 round lead in the beginning, and Canelo's just gonna do what he does and start the fight off slow, and probably wear him down as the fight goes
Figure
on.
him out type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Yo, man, I see like Bud starting off at southpaw. And you right though. He has to score points early, so I think he's gonna be a little bit more aggressive. looking
and
to
like you
start
said, Canelo starts slow, so he's got to
point.
capitalize.
you gotta capitalize on it. You gotta
Can't be
start.
2-2 after 4 rounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, take advantage. You got to be up at least a couple rounds entering that 5th round. But I do see him starting off at southpaw. I don't know if he's going to fight the majority of the fight southpaw, but I think he starts off southpaw.
Okay.
And I think Bud's going to be a little bit more aggressive, at least in the early point of the fight. And then, around the 3rd or 4th round, that's when the fight really starts.
That's when we.
But that's usually how
That's
Canelo
when we
fights
pop
go
the
down,
beers
though.
open off.
Nah, I mean, shoot.
you popping right
I'm
out the
popping
gate.
Yeah, I'm popping right out the gate, man. Yeah.
He said right out the gate. Okay, guys. So we're gonna have more questions, but this is one of my main last questions. Is I'm start with the R. We're gonna switch it up this time.
Okay.
What does Terrence Bud Crawford have to do all to raise his hand up like
To
this
get his hand
September
raised.
13th?
To get his hand raised. He has to be prepared to run a marathon, man. He has to know that he has to get to the 12th round and finish the 12th round. If he goes in there trying to knock out Canelo, I don't think it's gonna be good for him. So he has to look to win or score points early and often, right? And make it to the 12th round.
And you just say he's gonna be on that bike, but
Not necessarily,
he's
but
got to
yeah.
be on that bike, but he's got to be scoring though.
Yeah, he has to be scoring.
Because if he needs that knockout late, I don't see that.
I don't. So like, I think the blueprint for Bud Crawford is when Amir Khan fought Canelo. I'm not sure if y'all watched that fight.
I saw that fight. Yeah,
Amir Khan was up on points
Yeah, and then-
at the
I remember
time of
that.
the stoppage.
Yeah,
He was
and
up
then
on points.
Canelo knocked
he
him
was
out.
he was fighting the fight that I think
Yeah.
Canelo, or Bud should fight. He was, you say on his bike, but I think he was outboxing him.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
that Amir Khan doesn't have a chin.
Yeah. So
Everybody see that
he
guy
was.
chin.
Yo, did you
Amir
watch?
Khan fought everybody. I can't lie though. He fought a lot of cats, but
If Amir Khan didn't duck Devin Alexander, he may have gone in the Floyd Mayweather fight. But he ducked Devin,
Gotcha.
and he never got the Floyd fight. But yeah, I think that's the blueprint for Bud though. Beat Canelo on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, jab,
Stack
jab,
those
jab.
points up.
Yep.
Keep switching it up all.
Yeah, and I see that too. You gotta confuse him, and that's the thing about Bud too. He's so athletic. You know what I mean? Like, and I think he can what do you call it? Frustrate Canelo.
And throw him off type shit.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to you.
What does Crawford have?
That's Canelo got.
Oh, what is
You
it?
know what? We're gonna do both.
Yeah,
That's
do
the way we
both. I
expect
like
it.
that. I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
Bud, what Bud has to do
Okay.
to get his hand rising up September 13th?
He should for sure. I'd say watch in particular his fight against Bivol. Use those disengagement tactics. You can't really be inside with Canelo because inside is where Canelo prefers to be. He likes mid-range to inside, and
Right.
use that height. Use that.
He like
reach.
staying in the trenches.
Yeah, use that height, use that reach. Even some of the fights that Canelo won, like against Kovalev, Kovalev was doing pretty good in the beginning, and even Amir Khan as well. Amir Khan was outpointing Canelo, and the only reason why he even lost that fight is because he just got a glass jaw. So use those disengagement tactics. Use your legs. Do not let Canelo. You got to avoid Canelo getting inside and stay off the ropes. If you feel the ropes on your back, get off the ropes, because the inside fight or mid-range, it's not a good idea for Crawford to be in.
But we act like it's so easy to stay away from Canelo and, stack your points up. This guy shortens the ring up too, bro.
Well, Canelo is not necessarily the best at cutting the ring off. He can do it, but he's not necessarily the best. Like, he was having trouble cutting the ring off against what's the guy's name that he fought last? William Skull.
Right.
Yeah, he had trouble cutting the ring off against that dude. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and Crawford is definitely a better fighter than William Skull, like hands down.
Right.
The only thing that I'm worried about with Crawford is this weight thing. You know what I'm saying? I think he really is biting off more than he can chew. He hasn't even fought at 160,
Yeah,
let
and then to
alone.
move up 3 and thinking that you still
Yeah,
that elusive and all that weight.
Yeah, and
You know what I'm
and then you got to add in the fact that he fought Madrimov, who only has 11 fights. Now, granted, Madrimov, I think he has like 300 amateur fights, but he only has 11 professional fights, and he barely beat that guy.
Talk to him, Booker.
You know, so think about Canelo, who has almost 70 professional fights. I mean, come on, like this is like Canelo's been a professional fighter for more than half of his life.
I know. You educated me
know,
on that. I was
so-
bugging out. He's so young when he became a professional
I mean,
fighter.
so
Still ain't get knocked out, right?
yes, hasn't been knocked out, hasn't even hit the ground.
Canvas.
Yeah, he
So
was
I
like,
mean,
he was 16 years old
yeah.
fighting grown men
yeah, exactly.
for a
So-
carne asada burrito, dog.
yeah,
for real. No, for real. That's
Yeah.
how he came up, bro.
Yeah, Mexican fighters
Yeah.
and UK fighters, they usually do start very young.
Yeah, it's in his pedigree not to hit the canvas. Then.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, Crawford is definitely has to take advantage of Canelo putting all of his weight on his front foot for sure. He's got to do that for sure. So if Crawford somehow can watch this clip, I hope he could, watch Bivol and Canelo.
Facts.
And you know what I'm interested in? How much is Bud gonna weigh in on weigh-in day? What do you think he's gonna come at? Is he gonna come close to the limit, or is he gonna be like under 160?
Well,
And does that matter? Like, if he weighed in at 167, are you gonna be like,
yeah,
oh, shit?
weight definitely matters.
Yeah,
Weight definitely matters for sure.
That's something I'm looking at, Al.
Yeah.
What's Bud gonna weigh in
Yeah,
at?
and there's no rehydration clause on this fight too, which is an interesting thing. So I think, I think honestly, Crawford can make that weight of 168 because I'm pretty sure
So you say he's gonna be close to the limit?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he probably walks around like when he's not training for a fight. He probably walks around at
there,
like 170 or 180
facts.
or something like that. So being 168, I don't think that's too much of an
But
issue.
if he weighs close to the limit, are you gonna be like, damn, he might be a little slower than usual?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because that's what I would think.
I think he's gonna be slower than usual and just moving up them 3 weight classes.
No, facts.
Yeah.
But if he got really close to the limit, and after full camp, I think he might be a lot slower than
Gotcha.
usual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that I'm paying attention to. I'm paying attention to.
Weight
is-
matters.
what is weight? Yeah.
Weight matters. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Like they say, the more you move up, the harder the punches are.
Yeah. Exactly. Absolutely.
If Canelo
Absolutely.
That's
was
why he
like,
can't
no,
weigh in too light, though. That's why he can't weigh in too light. If he came in the mid-50s, I'd be like, I don't know if that's good for you.
Yeah.
But if he was close to the limit, I'm going to be like, damn, dog, like, maybe he put on too much weight.
Right.
But
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough either way.
I'm saying.
Okay, now we're gonna ask the same question. What does Canelo Alvarez have to do for they can raise his hand on September 13th? We're gonna start with the R.
I think he needs to make his presence felt. I think he needs to make Bud feel like, oh shit, I did bite off more than I can chew, bro. Like, yo, he has to feel his strength. I think he should make it a little bit dirty, clinch Bud every now and then. Or actually not every now and then, a lot. Make him feel this weight. He's never been, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that could slow Bud, or they could slow Bud down a little bit, right? Because
That'll change a lot of game planning.
frustrate him. You know what I mean? Make it a dirty fight, dirty boxing tactics. But yeah, that's what I think Canelo needs to do.
Okay.
And land that big punch. He has to land that big right hand.
Okay, Brooklyn. Canelo.
He has to cut the ring off for sure. And I think Crawford is probably going to use his legs. So he's got to hit him in the body a lot. That's going to wear him down. He's not going to be able to use his legs once you start giving him some body shots. And I wouldn't necessarily say not be a slow starter because we know he is, but probably not be as slow of a starter as you usually are. Probably speed up the pace maybe a round or two earlier than he usually does for sure. And he's got to be, like I said before, he's got to be able to cut that ring off, make sure Crawford can't go anywhere. You got to trap him in that corner. And also, like he said, clinch, lean on him, use that weight, show him that there are weight classes in boxing for a reason. You're biting off more than you can chew here. You know what I'm saying? Like when I used to fight, I fought at 147. I'm not stepping in the ring with a guy that weighs 168. I fought at 147 myself. You know what I'm saying?
You put them extra pounds up?
Nah.
It's a different league. It's a different
exactly.
league. Yeah.
At the end of the day, your mindset's still at that 148.
Exactly.
Your body weighing more now. You feel me?
Exactly. Absolutely. So show him that there's weight classes in boxing for a reason. Make it. He's got to make it in close range or mid range all the time. Don't let Crawford use that reach and that height against you, and hit him in the body for sure.
Okay, real quick. Do you think
He has to bang that drum. I like that you said that. He has to left hook to that body.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like that.
do you sense? I sense that Crawford's gonna go into this fight and start off with some real funny shit, like maybe not engaging, just running for the first couple of rounds. Frustrating the fans to a degree. But, it's going to be part of his tactic to try to win this fight. Now, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's going to go in there and just kind of, try to frustrate him, stay away before he do any kind of engaging, and then just trying to, like I said, get him upset, get him out his fight plan. Now, that's just what I'm thinking. What do you think is going to happen early from both of them? I mean, we kind of answered that if it's going to be slow, if it's going to be fast. But do you think that especially Crawford, I don't think Canelo's going to be there trying to play around. I could see Crawford, because you know that us brothers Mayweather.
Nah, you tripping,
know what I
man.
mean?
Hey,
You don't see that?
Bud's gangster, dog. He's not there gonna be
So he
make a
ain't gonna be
clown show.
playing
He ain't
around
gonna be
early?
like, hey, you can't get me. Nah,
He ain't gonna Roy
Bud's
Jones
a
it
fighter,
for you.
dog. You
Yeah,
know, Bud's a
it's
fighter,
not-
dog.
Jones at
He
all?
gangster,
Yeah,
dog.
I
he's
got
not.
you.
He's not gonna be
Nah,
like.
man.
He ain't gonna play no Roy Jones for like a round or two.
Nah. I
Nah,
don't
he
You
ain't
know,
that
like playing
dude.
with him just in the beginning.
Nah, that's
I don't
not that's
think
not
so.
Bud,
Okay, I just
man.
wanna make sure.
If
That's
anything,
not-
Bud's gonna be like wanna like slug it out.
Oh, want to scrap,
yeah,
right?
like that's Bud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Slugging it out, I think, would be a bad idea.
that
for
would be a
Crawford.
bad idea.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna see a lot of that though. You're gonna let the world
because
know.
Bud's
like,
gangster.
like I
dog.
could
Bud
do
would
this.
do it. Yeah.
Like I could see them
honestly-
do 2 rounds of that and then get back to his actual play.
This is why I like how a guy like Floyd thinks, because it's like, who cares about what the crowd thinks? You got to fight your fight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
you can't just go against your game plan to please the people. Who cares?
Well, when you say Floyd's a master at taking away what you do best.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different
Yeah.
ball game with Floyd.
Yeah.
You feel me? Y'all know that because y'all Floyd fans, correct?
Yeah.
He take away what you do best. I don't think that's Crawford's style of winning. Crawford got another way of going about, getting them W's.
Yeah, he
40,
does.
41 and
Yeah, he
41
does.
to 0. You feel me?
He does.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so basically what I've been asking, do you see anything? Obviously, no. You just said no. So.
Yeah, I think, nah. Bud's not the type of dude to go make this a clown show. He means business here, bro.
Right.
And then he knows what's up. Actually, I read something on social media. He was talking about how, like, what motivates him in these fights is his legacy. You know what I mean? Like, this, like, he knows. So I'm
really
hearing
about
that.
his life, dog.
Now me hearing that, he knows too that what a win against Canelo would mean to him, and how he's
Go talk, baby.
yeah, facts.
I mean, that's
I
go talk.
don't think he's here to play it around now, York. He ain't like Pacquiao. He ain't gonna be taking fucking selfies before getting up to the ring. Nah, man.
Oh man, this is crazy, man. Give me predictions, man. We gave what both sides had to do.
Yeah.
That's not a prediction. That's what they have to do. Give me your prediction. What's gonna happen September 13th? Big ass day. Possible fight of the decade.
It is the fight of the decade.
What's gonna happen that night, man?
Okay.
Who's gonna win? Not what they gotta do to win. Who's gonna win and be the winner of that fight? Then I'm gonna ask y'all after if we're gonna get a rematch. But we're gonna do this first.
I think Canelo wins this for sure because,
Woo!
like I said,
Put some bass in that. You ain't got no. Your energy ain't really ringing me tonight. Yeah, you did better in the little round table. Give me that little energy. of yours, baby.
I think Canelo wins this fight for sure. There's
For sure,
yeah,
that's a crazy word, this kind of fight.
there's weight classes in boxing for a reason, man.
I like
I'm just
that.
gonna and
I
it's
like
not
that.
like Canelo is some tomato can.
He ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Canelo is the best fighter at 168. So
And the way he took on this fight, like, made me feel like he know he could win this fight.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He is the top dog at 168. He's undisputed at 168. He's 10-0 at 168. He hasn't lost a fight in, I think, 3 or 4 years he's been fighting in this weight class. He hasn't lost a fight. So Crawford is biting off more than he can chew here, and I think he's going to eventually wear Crawford down, and Crawford's just not going to be able to handle it. I don't think he's going to be like Jermell Charlo and just try to survive, but he's just not, I don't see him taking the, once Canelo starts landing punches, because you're gonna get hit. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to fight somebody for 36 minutes and not get hit at all. You know, so once Canelo starts landing them punches, reality's gonna sink in. Like, oh man, like I shouldn't have done this. You know?
Let me get in real quick. You just woke me up, bro. It's one thing to move up 3 weight classes and fight one of these big dudes. But to fight one of the best dudes, that's like asking for a little too much.
That's gangster.
I'm giving Crawford
gangster.
all the props for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Win or lose.
Absolutely.
Win or lose.
Absolutely.
But I can see Canelo's camp saying he falling right into our trap.
Yeah.
Not only is he going up 3 weight classes, he's coming to us.
Absolutely.
I'm going to stay with my play, man. Oh,
I got Bud Crawford in this. I love Canelo. You know what I mean? And Mexican boxing is the reason why I love boxing. Period. And I think Canelo's one of the greats, but Canelo always struggled against fighters with strong amateur boxing resumes. Amir Khan, one of the top British amateur fighters.
Talk to us all.
Bivol, Triple G, Olympic gold medalist. Floyd Mayweather, obviously. Bud Crawford is one of the top American amateurs, and I think he's gonna win. He's gonna outpoint him. And I think in the first half of the fight, Floyd he's gonna be up something like 5-1, 5 or 4-2, and it's gonna be too big of a deficit for Canelo to overcome. That's what I see.
Okay, this is a question for him. Does Bud have to beat him clearly so they could raise his hand?
Because you're saying that it could be a conspiracy.
No, more or less, I think
They're gonna
that
give
dude,
Canelo the fight.
this is weight class.
No, I think
Like they always say, the 10-point system. I know you probably don't buy into that, but does he have to beat him clearly?
let's talk about the 10-point must system.
Yeah. Does
Okay.
he have to beat him clearly?
I think
or he could just beat him by, let's say, a round or two, and you think they'll give it to him? Talk to us, all.
I think Bud's gonna win some. Like it's gonna be a close fight, but it's gonna be like 8-4.
8-4, I think they give
8-4.
it to him, definitely.
Once you know what I mean. So, but the difference between 8-4 and like 7-5 is one round though. So,
That's what I'm
you know
saying.
what I mean?
Though,
So,
but that
like
matters, though.
yeah, but I think he's gonna win clearly and decisively.
See, he wins like that.
Decisively, yeah.
I think if it's 7-5, I think they go to a draw.
But the
bro.
difference between 7-5 and 8-4 is one round.
Yeah,
Though.
it's one round.
Yeah.
I know that.
And then the difference between 7-5 and a draw is one round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's the beauty of the
Yeah.
sport, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like how
That's why I say
Yeah.
honestly there should
Yeah.
be an odd number amount of rounds, so that way there's clearly somebody that's gonna win.
Great point.
Yeah.
you think it should be
Great point.
15 rounds. So do you take away a round or do you add a round?
Another great point.
Yeah,
Yo, guys,
I would probably say 13. I mean, 15. Not a lot of guys these days, especially, have the endurance to go 15
that's back in the
rounds.
day.
No, so they dropped it from 15 because someone died in the ring, and they were like, "Wait, this is too dangerous." So they went down to 12.
Yeah.
We have people dying in fights now with 12-round fights. So I think it's unlikely that they add a round, and I don't think you can take.
think they do
I don't
it.
think you
They
can take
won't
away a
fuck
round
with it.
either. Yeah,
They won't fuck with it, but I would say 11.
yeah,
But I don't think they're going to fuck with it, though. I think 12 is where it's going to be where it's at.
yeah.
You agree or disagree with that?
No, I agree. I just wish, so like in the 10-point must system, a round could be 10-8 without a knockdown. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
I
deep.
think that needs to happen more often because I see one-sided rounds, and you look at the judges' scorecard. I'm like, damn, they still ruled at 10-9 though.
Yeah, 10-9. Like
I feel like
going
that should have been
down.
10-8, and I think that should happen more often.
Gotcha.
In lieu of a knockdown, it could still be not 10-8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that would, some of those like crazy decisions, I think that would negate that. If, yeah.
Okay, do y'all both agree with me that if Bud wins, I definitely see a rematch?
Oh, yeah.
If Canelo wins, I don't feel as strong. Am I wrong or am I right?
Absolutely. I can
Okay,
agree.
I
with
need
that.
y'all to break it down for
I
me.
can
'cause
agree with
you know,
that.
this is what you do.
Yeah, well, yeah, because usually guys will put like a rematch clause, and I'm not necessarily against that. It's just like
Just protect the money.
yeah, because people say like, oh, are you afraid that you're gonna lose? It's not really like that. It's more so like it's like car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like you get insurance on your car, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get into an accident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
should get my money back, no?
yeah, but I think it's more likely that we'll see a rematch if Crawford wins as opposed to if Canelo wins. But let's say if Canelo
Tell us
wins,
why, though.
well, for one, Canelo's the much bigger draw in boxing for sure. He's the much I'm not gonna say nobody knows who Crawford is, but
He's just not known like Canelo.
he's definitely not, because Canelo has a whole country
Right,
behind
right.
him. You know what I'm
we
saying?
respect that.
Yeah.
He's the face of boxing.
Yeah, for sure. Canelo is the face of boxing. So, with all those factors, I think for sure that if Canelo were to lose this fight, which I don't see happening, there would be a rematch.
Oh,
Yo, contractually, like I think, if Bud wins, there is that rematch, right?
I'm not sure if there's a rematch.
There
clause,
may
but
not be a rematch clause.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Listen, if Bud wins, there probably will be a rematch because there's no bigger fight than the rematch for Bud or Canelo.
Right.
If Canelo wins, he has bigger fish to fry. You know, there's a Benavidez fight that I know that you've been clamoring for, but also the fight that I kind of want. If Canelo wins this, is how about Usyk? Go for the undisputed heavyweight title.
That's
no. Listen, Usyk. Now, if there was a heavyweight, check me out. If there was a heavyweight for Bud to fight, or no, pardon me, not Bud, Canelo to fight, it would be Usyk. Former cruiserweight, so he's not super tall and super big like a Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. There was a little bit of talks about it when he won the light heavyweight title about him going into cruiser and fighting Usyk. Think how big that fight would be. Usyk versus Canelo for the heavyweight championship.
I can see that image.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I see what he's saying. Where
that's
too
much.
We want people to dare to be great and not be scared.
Can you see that happening?
No,
Canelo's the motherfucker that would do it, bro.
No, but I'm saying if it was to happen, you know it's going to be a big fight.
Yeah.
But I'm with you though. I think that's just too much.
Yeah, because Canelo hasn't even fought at cruiserweight yet. You know.
But you know, most people duck cruiserweight. Roy Jones didn't fight at cruiserweight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Evander
that is
did.
true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, because cruiserweight is like the tweener division.
Well, cruiserweight, I think, is for sure the most necessary added weight class that boxing has ever put in.
Wow, that's actually an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, because there was a time when they didn't have cruiserweight, there was guys that were
killing themselves,
too small to be heavyweight, but too big to be light heavyweights. Like, for example, one of Muhammad Ali's fights, he fought Bob Foster. Bob Foster is one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. But when he fought Muhammad Ali, he's a heavyweight, yes, but Muhammad Ali moves like a much smaller man. And even he said Bob Foster's a great fighter, but he's too small. He doesn't belong here. And that's one of the reasons why they added the cruiserweight division. They finally did it in the 80s. It needed to be done. It needed to be done.
Yeah, it had to be done.
People duck that weight class up because it doesn't generate as much money as the heavyweight
break down
division.
the weight class on that for the people.
So cruiserweight is 200.
Yes,
that's the weight limit.
Yeah, it is.
Heavyweight is unlimited.
Yeah, heavyweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
now
important.
the WBC has added another weight class, 235. It's called the Bridger weight. You know what I mean? Not a lot. The other organizations haven't bought into it yet, but it is something that they're trying to play with. And that's actually something I thought Deontay Wilder should have looked into winning a world title at Bridger weight.
Got you.
Well, Wilder's kind of small, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He could. I don't know if he can make cruiser, but he's definitely in that. He can go to Bridger and win a world title because I don't think he's ever going to win a heavyweight title.
I don't even think Wilder's ever been that heavy though. You said 235.
235.
Yeah, because Wilder usually he fights at usually 220 or a little bit less.
Well, because the heavyweights now are getting bigger and bigger. We're talking about 6'6" guys, 250. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
Like Mike Tyson, I think he was always in the 210s, 220s. You know what I mean? He was a smaller heavyweight. If he wanted to, he probably could have cut down the cruiser.
Yeah.
But the money is at heavyweight.
Absolutely.
The money.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, the light heavyweight title fights make more money than the cruisers. You know what I mean? Cruiserweight, in my opinion, is really is underrated.
It definitely is.
It's super underrated.
Yeah. I'd say cruiserweight is like, it's sort of like the a pit stop between light heavyweight and
but so many people skip cruiser though.
Yeah, and I don't really.
They don't want the pit stop. They just
they want the bag though. Hey,
Okay,
that's my
gentlemen.
prediction. Canelo versus Usyk 2026.
That's even if that was to happen.
And I got Canelo, dog, because that'd be sick, man.
Wow.
Okay, listen, guys, real quick. We got a few minutes. Let's utilize it. If, let's say, we have a pure domination on either side, which is possible. We don't see it, but it's possible. I didn't see it with the Spence fight.
Anything is possible.
We're
the KG, dog. No, I saw that. I saw that.
I'm not
I saw
surprised
that.
that Crawford won. I'm surprised at how he won.
I saw that.
You had Spence too?
I for sure saw
Yeah, I
that.
did.
had Spence.
But I wasn't gonna be like, oh, Crawford has no chance. Like I think he had a better chance of beating Spence than he does of beating Canelo for sure.
Okay, but back to what I got you. But back to what I was saying. Are we calling for the rematch if either or dominates this fight? I'm gonna start with you, Buckley.
Well, if it's
pure domination.
Yeah,
some Spence shit.
If we see domination, I don't think that there's any need for a rematch.
Even if Crawford gets something like that, Canelo's gonna want that back.
Yeah, but if it's just straight up one-sided, like it's like I just whooped you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I giving you a rematch? It was so one-sided. There's no need for me
I
to
think
give you.
Canelo would have to lose to make that if it became possible. If Crawford gets dominated, he ain't looking back like the All-Star. He got other big fish.
He got bigger fish to fry.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, same. Right, come back to you.
Yeah, dog. Like if fucking Crawford beat the shit out of Canelo, they're running that back, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the
They
thing.
gonna run it back
No. But
regardless.
check me out though. But check me out. Like, what's a bigger fight for Bud if that happened? So now he's the man now at 168. Yeah. Who would he fight that's bigger than Canelo? Benavidez? No. It would be the Canelo rematch.
You agree with that? There's nobody out there for Bud to get after.
If he won the 168
at 168, if he stays there, then yeah.
No, of course he might want to pivot.
Actually, there's one more. That's one that might be bigger than Canelo, Jake Paul. But I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone.
Jake
I'll leave that
Paul
alone.
is a heavyweight.
Yeah,
now, so
cruiserweight.
Actually,
no, heavyweight
he's
now.
a heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a heavyweight now.
Yeah, because he fought Mike Tyson. That was at heavyweight.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, gentlemen, we at the last part of the show. We still got a couple minutes. I'm gonna ask both of y'all. If y'all got any kind of add-on, anything extra you want to throw in case we didn't cover it tonight on the Al York Sports Show on a huge mega fight at Allegiant Field. Like we said, Saul Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. I'm going to start with you, anything you want to add on?
I wish I went last. There's a couple things. And I won't be talking about, but it's your hat. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Make boxing great again because boxing has never been dead. Boxing has always been great. It's actually as great as it's ever been.
Well, like I said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. So
I wish we could dive into that opinion because if you rock that's you're making a statement.
Right.
But you went to boxing off. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, we don't have enough time for that, but we will have.
But what I will add on, what I
segment,
do want to add on is like, yo, Al York, man, you doing big things, dog. You
man.
too modest, bro. You didn't let me say this in the opener, but look, we in the studio. You know, I see you sponsored by BetIdeas.com.
Yeah, we trying.
So you eating good, huh?
Yeah, we trying. Not there yet, but hopefully more opportunities will start opening up. I mean, you would think after 10 years of grinding, I get a door or two to open.
God, man, finally,
it's
man.
About 10 doors,
I've been telling you to get in the studio,
get
though.
That one door open, you feel me?
But yo, can people expect to see this more often?
Oh, we're gonna definitely pop up in here, like especially on the huge events. Okay. Definitely, any huge event, we right up in here. So that's for sure. And like I said, if I could open up an extra door or two, we might live in here. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. Yeah.
Appreciate
I want to see you.
all.
I want to see you interview people, dog.
Oh, we're gonna do all that. And then when I first started,
but let's get Bud Crawford in here. Let me go at him about some shit. Let me and Brooklyn go at Bud Crawford. All three of us go at.
That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely, and it will happen. Hopefully, God willing. Brooklyn, anything you might want to add on, brother? I give y'all the ability to speak your mind, not just what I want to talk about. What's on your mind? Like, what would you would like to add on to what we're doing right now?
Okay, well, for sure. Like he said, I'm proud of you, man. You got your sponsors and thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bet Ideas.
And
yeah, we make it clear. I love y'all too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk.
Yeah,
this is the mushy part of the Al York Sports
I love y'all. Look, I'm not afraid to say it, bro. I love anybody that helps me with my dream because you're living my dream, and I'm trying to let y'all see what I'm seeing. I bring y'all. I don't care who talks more, who dominates. I don't care if 1,000 people say they liked you more on this show than me. That doesn't bother me. I'm glad that they liking it. Yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah. Because I'm confident in me. I know what I bring to the table. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to win every show, Right. Nobody wins anything unless you Floyd Mayweather.
Unless you floor you.
But he loses every bet. So, that's a different story.
That's why, man. That's why. That's why. Hey, man, shout out to Josh, man. Yeah. Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Oscar. Thank you guys for working with us, giving us opportunity, to put our skill set out there. Shout out to the R. That's my little nigga right there. Brooklyn, my guy right there. And we're going to get a lot more Brooklyn because Brooklyn already told me he going to give it. He want everything that coming in on the boxing tip. And y'all know R could do it. So we're going to get a lot of basically these two guys. I got a few other guys that want to touch down, like my man Big T and all that. But Big T doing a lot of other stuff. So let me roam with my dudes that are around me all the time. Big
Hey,
T doing a whole bunch of live.
I got an
stuff.
idea, man. We gotta get X-Man in the studio. You dig? And you
He
give him a
look too far,
hey,
though.
listen, and you give him a haircut in front of him. Cause yo, dog, shout out to X, man. I love X, but
He go
yeah.
by AKA Lumberjack X, so that's
Lumberjack.
that lumberjack.
Yeah, but I've
look.
seen lumberjacks be
Yeah, that's
more.
the lumberjack look.
I don't know about that, Al. Yo.
BSB, yo, they
I'm gonna be
BSB over their
respectful.
lips
That's
and all that.
different. That's different. That's not a lumberjack look. That's yo. I don't give. Never mind.
I gave up
Shout
on
to
life.
X, man. Shout to X. What's
I
up?
gave up on life. Look,
Nah, I don't want to say that because I'm gonna be respectful. He ain't like that, but lumberjack. I've seen lumberjacks get girls. You dig? Like, but
got you.
X.
So I mean, let's freestyle. We got a few minutes. Let's do it, man.
Who's the dude that looks like Arenas Williams?
Not Mark Guillory.
Mark Guillory. I want to get him on the. He need to be on live, man.
Mark Guillory up. He up.
Shout out
by
Mark
Who
Guillory,
That-
man.
He by Who That Nation.
Yeah, and
All
ASU
age.
and ASU and the Warriors. He like everybody. He
Yeah,
all
we got to
over the
get
place.
my girl in here, part-time bro. But
What's
she
her name?
usually visits.
Shit, that's her name, part-time bro.
Part-time bro,
I've seen
yeah.
her, the Minnesota Vikings fan.
Yeah.
She need to get him in here
American
too.
Castile, she visits.
Yo, just think about all the shows, man. She could be right there. We could be like
Yo, she
clowning.
would
her.
love, and she's a comic. You know, she does comedy.
Also, she'd be funny.
Live
That's
comedy.
one thing that was missing in this episode. We needed to be a little bit more funny.
No, we gonna get that.
This was a little bit too serious, man.
This
I
was
felt
a serious topic tonight, though.
it could have been funny.
I'm
dog.
a
It
pretty
was
stoic
very
guy,
Listen,
honestly. So
it should have been funny, dog.
No,
but
we can bug out right now for the last couple minutes. You and LV know I got about at least 6
hey,
minutes. left.
listen,
We
hey,
can bug out
Al
again.
York wants if he signed up for an hour, he's gonna get an hour.
Oh, I ain't playing with
Yeah.
that. I ain't
That's
short
that-
them my
that's
money.
the- that's the
I ain't
LES
short
in
them
you.
$1 when I pay them, right?
Yo,
So I gotta get my time. too.
Al York crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm like I always say. One of my favorite saying is, "I don't want $1 extra. I don't want $1 less."
Would you interview people outside of the sports world and sports betting world? Like yo, one of the hip things right now that I see in podcasts is that they be interviewing OnlyFans girls and porn stars. Would you
Right.
interview them?
Well,
Is anything off topic for Al York?
I gotta accomplish what I want to accomplish first, and all that's gonna be for the taking. You feel me? All that's gonna.
So
be
no,
for the
but I'm
taking.
saying though, if this
Yeah,
porn
I mean,
star
if you,
was
if
like,
let's
yo,
say
yo,
you
yo,
got somebody, yeah, I'll do it.
you'll do it
We'll do it right in here. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, why not?
for sure.
It's not gonna be something that I'm looking really forward to do, but yeah, I would take care of that business.
Because listen, I think I'm
But you
always
said you
listen.
got a head
I'm
for me.
thinking engagement
Pause.
and I'm thinking clicks. You know what I
Right.
mean? And right now, that's winning. Right now, if you look at any major podcast, or at least the ones I look at least,
Facts.
they put those chicks on them, man.
Yeah, anything to do because they got their followings.
Yeah, and that's
So that build up they shit immediately.
No.
know that,
Let
bro.
me
That's
ask you. Hey, let me
business.
ask you this.
That's called business.
Al, yo, what if one of them porn stars wanted to do a scene? Would you do that?
I got a wife, dog.
But you immediately close the door, or you gonna entertain that at least? Like, are you gonna at least gonna be like, yo, what?
I got a
How
wife,
much are we
dog.
talking?
I'm not losing my
There's
wife.
there's
for no
not
business.
amount of money that you would be like, I gotta at least run this by.
My wife is priceless.
No, I know, but
Yeah, you don't find good girls no more. So my wife is priceless.
Tell
no.
me
Shout
about that one.
out to her. I'm not being
You
disrespectful.
just posted something the other
You
day.
can say that again.
Yeah, I'm
You-
glad. I'm
Wait,
glad I bet that-
what
say that
happened?
You posted something the other day.
What
I-
happened?
I could've
Let me
put my-
find out you a
Nah,
porn
put it
star,
out
I
there.
could
dog.
have put my business out
Put it
there.
out there.
We'll say it when we get over
No,
there.
but put out what you wrote. Not who. We don't want specific.
He just said it's him.
No, but he wrote something up there. Like he wrote something like basically about the shorties. Like you can't trust them.
Yeah,
I'm not saying to give me names. Well, no, he's not.
Yeah,
No, hey, yo, I don't gotta name names, man. Fuck all these hoes, man. You can't trust
wow.
these bitches out here, man.
Oh,
Especially in
be
Las
easy with
Vegas.
the podcast though.
Nah, he
That might be a
cut
little
that.
too
He cut
strong.
that. He could even put the beep in there.
Yeah, that might be a little too strong.
Yeah,
Fuck
he put
all
the
these
beep in
hoes,
there.
yeah. That's some.
There's a lot of hoes in Las
Snoop Dogg
Vegas. Yo,
shit,
Al
you know
York's
what
always
I'm
tell me, hey, Al York's always like, yo, Rob, man, you need to go find love out there. I'm like, yo, Al York, you haven't been outside out here, bro. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, I kind of.
I know you've been outside, bro. These,
I kind of
right?
know, bro.
I stay inside now.
Yeah, I kind of know,
Stay
man. It's
inside,
hard.
huh?
That's why I said you gotta cherish what you got because once you lose it, bro, it's a done deal. Especially in this town, where
you got
a lot
something
of
good.
girls is out there doing what they got to do to get $1. And that means everything and anything.
Yep.
You feel me? And that's bad business. I mean, if you out here want to be a pimp, then that's good business. But if you're trying to get a wifey and start a family, we might have to go to San Diego for 2 years, find something, then come.
They bat now. They bat in Dago too, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd
anywhere
probably.
in the West Coast, anywhere in the
Yeah.
Bay, we can find.
Honestly,
girls.
hell
honestly,
no.
the Western Hemisphere in general, like majority.
So you say we gotta go to Thailand?
No, you don't want to go over there.
Why?
They started at 14 selling themselves, bro.
Oh damn!
Yeah, you got to go somewhere else where they got.
Well, we
some
got to
good
go
girls.
then. Antarctica.
I don't even think it's possible to even live there.
Maybe
Let alone
Spain
go.
or something.
Just-
You might have to go to Spain and learn the language and then bag something. I mean, you could converse something where you got like you play the father, the big daddy role, but then that's like a little girl with no brain. I don't know if you want to go through that. Like you want a shorty that see you mentally.
Yeah.
You don't want no shorty that you come to the crib, then I tell you to clean, then I tell you to done. That's not a relationship.
That's not. That's
some boss man shit.
Hey, every other week, I would say, "Yo, Rob, you got to get you a Philippines girl, dog." And I'm like, man, listen, Filipino women are the craziest women on the face of the earth.
Now they
bro.
could be crazy though.
Facts,
they
bro.
could be
You
crazy.
telling me I got
You're
look at, bro? I
Filipino,
grew
right?
up with
Yo, but the
Filipino
thing with
girls.
Spanish girls though.
Yeah,
they
shout out to
so
the Spanish
hip.
girls, man.
Spanish girls
the
are so hip to
Boricuas.
the game. They're like, you thinking you playing them and they playing you. Think about that. They just remember cats don't shit everywhere. Dogs do.
Yeah.
Shorty, them Puerto Rican girls are like cats. They shit on you on a sneak version. So while you think you got one up on them, they got two up on you.
Right.
So I'm not saying
Nah,
I'm
that's-
afraid of that competition.
that's a New
I
York
don't
Bor-
want none of that competition.
That's the New York Boricuas.
Yeah, New
Brooklyn,
York.
I don't want none of
Boricua.
that competition. I'm
Yeah.
good without that.
Hey, I'm good with it. I want it. Boricuas, Cubanas, all y'all can just, all of them.
Guys, Al York Sports presenting the mega fight. Al York Sports Show. My man, the R came through in the building. Much love
Yeah,
for
man.
the R.
Shout out
Let
Harlem.
me give you the right.
Shout
Make
out
sure I
Harlem.
give you the right. Brooklyn. Brooklyn's one of my guys asked me on
Harlem.
social media. Is he really from Brooklyn? I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn.
Break it down to them.
Nostrand Avenue and Avenue I. I've lived in Flatbush, Canarsie, Brighton Beach,
Nah,
Sheepshead
Pink
Bay.
houses?
What PS you went to?
You see the
I
pink houses?
went to a few of them, man. I went to a few of
What's
them.
up with pink houses?
Nah, I never lived in the pink houses.
Shout
I
out to
never-
Flatbush,
I never
Brooklyn.
lived in the,
Well, you got to say what school specifically. He don't want to hear. You don't remember.
No, I'm not even from New York, but like
All
I grew up
wanna hear
idolizing
details,
New York
like-
rappers, so I feel like I am from New York, but I'm not from New York.
the only
You know that.
only PS I remember I went to was PS 269. That was a,
269.
You gotta remember
Yeah.
PM. I
I
went
don't-
to PS 188. Like that just comes out mandatory.
I went-
and
'cause
I went to 142 for 2
I
years.
went to a
How
few-
you- and you 10, 20 years younger than me. How you don't remember
Yeah,
that?
that's crazy. I went to like 3 different PSs, dog. That's wild, bro.
Man, yo,
Hey.
when I went to school, when you be bad, they put gum on your nose, dog. They can't do none of
Damn,
that
this.
now. They would
Hey,
put
yo,
gum on our
the
nose.
1960s
Like
was
a
crazy.
clown,
Hey, yo,
fam.
that's the 60s, right? 60s was crazy, dog.
60s.
60s, man. They putting gum on people's nose.
God damn. I remember her name, everything, Miss Feldman. I almost pushed her down the subway.
Shout out
stage.
Miss
I'd have
Feldman,
bodied her.
man.
I probably would have been in jail